Hola amigos, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma Bennet and my contemporary romances are traditionally published, and I just thought it would be interesting to chat to you guys about what happened when I got some developmental edits back from my publisher the other day. It is a bit chilly out here. I'm going to be honest, nobbling is what some people would call it. I do have a cup of tea here to warm me up a little bit. I am a little concerned about its contents, honestly, because I kind of added the dregs of 3 old cups of tea to it and heated it up in the microwave. And then I realized that one of those cups of tea might actually be from when I was doing a live stream last night. But it doesn't have milk in or anything. It's just black tea. So, I mean, tastes fine. It'll be fine. Anyway, on to business. So my publisher is Joffy Books, and they are absolutely fantastic independent publisher. I am so lucky to be signed with them. And the next book that I have out with them, the title is Her Sister's Baby. I'm not actually sure if they're going to change that title or not, to be honest, but Her Sister's Baby was previously published. This is what it looked like before. I quite like this cover, actually. Yeah, it was published with the previous publishers, and then I got my rights back when I left those publishers, and Joffy Books signed this book to be re-released, and they went through it, and I received my developmental edits a few days ago. So most of the edits were very minor. Obviously it had been published before, so the manuscript was in a good state, but they have certain ways that they like to do things, and actually my editor pointed out a few bits throughout the manuscript which I was really grateful that she did, because she was worried that they didn't necessarily make complete sense. It's quite a complicated story logistically, and I don't want to give too much away, because obviously people who haven't read it and would like to, I don't want to give the whole story away, but basically there's the heroine Sophie, and her sister Natasha dies suddenly in a car crash, leaving baby Alana, who Sophie didn't know existed, and Sophie suddenly finds herself the guardian of this baby. But then Samson turns up, and Samson is Alana's father. He also didn't know of the little girl's existence, and now Sophie and Samson are thrown together trying to look after this baby and kind of fight it out as to who gets to bring her up and have guardianship and all those kinds of issues. So there's a lot going on there, kind of legal matters as well as lots of emotions and things. So some of the things that she pointed out, the little bits that just kind of needed tweaking, I think really improved the manuscript, and I'm so grateful. I've actually worked with this editor over a few of my books now, and she is absolutely brilliant. The only kind of it's not really a major change, but kind of bigger thing that I needed to do was regarding the ending of the book. So obviously I'm not wanting to give away the ending of the book, but as it's a romance, you know that you are going to get a happy ever after. That is a prerequisite of romance, so we know that much. Basically, what my editor said is that she felt that certain things happened too quickly at the very end of the book. And reading through it again, I think I did agree. I mean, obviously you want the hero and heroine, or hero and hero, heroine and heroine, whatever, to be happy, to be in love, and to show commitment to each other. But I did agree with her that it was maybe a little too much too quickly. So what she suggested doing was adding an epilogue, and kind of doing them getting together at the end of the book, and then there's this epilogue where we see them a few months later and everything's kind of more cemented. Here's me really trying not to give away exactly what happens. So yeah, I was happy to do that, and and I wrote the epilogue, I actually did it in an evening and then read through it again the next day to make sure that I was happy, and it's gone off. I haven't actually had feedback on it yet, but the general consensus from that editor and from another editor as well was that it would be a good idea. What was really, really funny though was returning to those characters again, because it's been a few years since I've dealt with those characters. I'm trying to think when this was published. It'll be at the front of the book, won't it? It's like I don't know books and publishing at all. Oh, okay, it was 3 years ago, so not that long, but presumably like maybe 3.5, 4 years ago since I actually kind of went through the manuscript properly. So it was fun to revisit those characters again, obviously because I'd just been doing the developmental edits, and what I do is I go through those edits, and then when I'm done with them, I read through the manuscript again, and that's what I did before I wrote this epilogue. So I had the characters in mind, and I had their story very, very clear. But it was weird to be going back and writing something else for them, but really, really nice. I felt like I had given them an even more kind of complete ending, and that I definitely knew that they would stay together. As silly as that sounds, yes, I know I made them up. Okay, I know that I can make up whatever happens, but give me this one. It was cute. So yeah, the basic, a good editor is really worth their weight in gold. And interestingly, I find it really, really, really hard to do a developmental edit of my own book. I can see where bits are definitely wrong, but kind of extra tweaks like that I struggle with, and I definitely wouldn't have thought to have done that. But I am actually a developmental editor. I do edits for other people, and I have suggested that kind of thing for manuscripts before. So it's just really strange that sometimes we do need somebody else's eyes on our manuscript to see what's going to take an already good manuscript and kind of elevate it to something that's really good. And I hope that readers really, really like the new ending. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this video today. I am going to go and get warm. Honestly, I'm going to go and put a jumper on and get warm, and maybe actually make myself a new cup of tea. I mean, I'm going to be getting a lot of royalties when this book comes out, so I feel I can afford a new tea bag. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure that you boop that like button and subscribe if you're not already, because we have a lot of fun here, and I will catch you in the next one.